looking at a complete blackout in parts of Jammu as drones have been spotted. It's certainly no ordinary night there in Jammu. An unidentified drone, multiple of them spotted in the skies, that has triggered a massive security alarm across the region. In fact, we saw moments later a blackout in parts of Jammu and then some sounds of explosions. Of course, triggered some panic among the locals there. Loud bangs, possible missile strikes have been reported from multiple locations in and around Jammu, but as per our information, the Indian Army has managed to thwart them. Sources suggest that some aerial objects were witnessed and it was quickly intercepted mid-air. It was neutralised by India's anti-drone systems. But of course, we saw the city then plunge into darkness quite quickly. This marks yet another attempt by Pakistan now to escalate tensions, this time by trying to probe India's air defence preparedness. Of course, the reason to why Jammu is currently seeing sights like this could be quite clear. The region houses several vital military installations, including an Indian Air Force base, army logistic points, and high-security CRPF camp. Security experts do believe that Pakistan may be testing India's radar coverage and strike readiness with these drone incursions. And as Aditya also mentioned, this could very well be possible that this is a diversionary tactic that Pakistan could be adopting as they prepare to possibly strike elsewhere in India. This is part of a larger escalation that's been brewing since Operation Sindhur that was launched and was a success. We're looking at the last 24 hours that has been tense. Pakistan has gone off on the line of control, erratic and aggressive firing. India has responded and reacted, striking drones across 25 locations in Pakistan. And here comes attack again from the Pakistan side. We're looking at India's targeted airstrikes in POJK and parts of Pakistan. Has led to now Pakistan responding with these drones. Will it have an effect on the ground, and how far will we see this continue and how long? Aditya, if you could jump in on this before I get to our panelists. Will this scene continue for longer? What do you tell and make of these images that we see on our screens?
I want to put out some breaking news here first, Nabila. I'm hearing from top sources, one, that the attack in Jammu has been foiled. There was a Pakistani drones attack that was attempting to cause damage at the Satwari Jammu airport, at the Sujowan military station adjacent, also of paramilitary camp in Arispura and other areas, residential civilian areas. But this attack has been foiled as of now. The administration is saying it is normal as of now, no more drones are being sighted, but clearly people are under panic, and that's why the blackout mode SOP is also underway. Electricity is completely off in Jammu. Apart from that, I've just received a detail, yet it's not confirmed, that one Pakistani F-16 has crashed, has been brought down somewhere in Rajasthan. I'm still saying that this is not confirmed. I'm trying to get more details, but one source is telling me that one F-16 is down in Rajasthan. We are trying to get more details on that. Once we have more clarity, we'll tell our viewers, but multiple drones have been brought down. Multiple Pakistani drones have been brought down in Jammu by our air defense mechanism, air defense systems. And currently there are no drones in the sky in Jammu or in Punjab, but multiple locations in Jammu as well as in Punjab have been attacked in this first leg of retaliation by Pakistan.
All right. If we could get our panelists to tell us a little more about what they think and how they would interpret these strikes from Pakistan. These drones that we see in the skies, we're looking at busy city limits, spotting this action in the sky. Of course, it's a nerve-wracking experience for those who are there witnessing something like this. How serious should we be taking this? What do you think India's response should be? Ambassador Prabhu, I'll start with you.
Well, India had said that if Pakistan takes steps which are escalatory in nature, then we will also be compelled to take such steps. So, if this is happening, now Pakistan has escalated the conflict. And naturally, as we have said, we will do the same. So, this escalation doesn't augur too well for the subcontinent, because there will be an increase in tensions. From the diplomatic point of view, it is not a good development. But nonetheless, now the ball is entirely in the court of the generals. They have to fashion out the course of action. The Prime Minister has already said that the defense forces have operational freedom, and this is necessary because it's only the defense chiefs who can decide what should be the course of action, how should they anticipate the threatening
Yeah.
postures from Pakistan, what they should do to take care of the threats. So, really speaking, uh, from the diplomatic point of view, other than reaching out to other countries and telling them what the ground situation is, what we are saying and what we are wanting, what Pakistan is up to, I think other than that, the role of diplomacy at the moment has come down, and it's more the role of the generals, which now is going to be
You
brought.
know, let me bring in Colonel Anurag Avasthi, sir. Is it time for any diplomacy here, or this should be time for action? India has been indulging in one. Operation Sindoor was launched. It was a success, and we seem to be staring at a phase two of this very operation. In the last 24 hours, India has responded and attacked nearly 25 locations of Pakistan. And soon after, here's in the last 10 minutes, information coming in that Pakistan now reacts with these drone strikes in Jammu area. Do decode this for us. Why Jammu? What do you make of these visuals?
Right, Nabila. Let me first come back to the last night and what Pakistan has done, trying to attack 15 Indian locations, and met with stiff resistance, and taking a slap back. And therein after the Ministry of External Affairs briefing, see, you have to first decode this in terms of what the Pakistani establishment is today. Let's look at the targets which have been engaged in Operation Sindoor 1.0, that is on the first night, that is on the seventh night. They are Bahawalpur, Muridke, they are the epicenters of terrorism, they are the terror nurseries. Now, this has caused a massive amount of psychological effect, if nothing else. You leave the kinetics away from it. It's a psychological effect which the Pakistani establishment has now faced. Now, these famous, Christmas tree generals in the Pakistan army, as I call them, as well as the deep state in Pakistan, is really looking for what the answers are and how can they have a face saving in terms of, these attacks by India, and the way India has actually prevailed over them with moral ascendancy of firepower as well as the targeting
Yeah.
insofar as the Indian arms and armament is concerned.
Right.
Now,
So
having
we
said
do
that,
have some information that we are flashing on our screens as well, that there's been a drone attack in Jaisalmer. A little more elaborately on
yes.
that. We're looking at Pakistan carrying out this attack on multiple locations. It seems like they're simultaneously attacking Jammu, Jaisalmer. What exactly is it that they want to convey?
They would possibly be looking at, as to checking what is the radar coverage. They would be probing as to where they are, because if you look at Jaisalmer, you look at Jammu, literally they are quite close to the border. So
Yeah.
essentially they are looking at the surface as to what the radar coverage is. They may also be looking as to what is the AD cover available. They may be trying to test, as Aditya also brought out earlier, because at this juncture they may not take out their entire hand as to what the situation may be, tonight or maybe tomorrow or whichever way it is. But the sub of the entire situation, Nabila, as per me, is they are climbing up the escalatory ladder,